Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sunny Cool and this is Gems of War. And today we're going to be going over the Red Tower of Doom. I got to set up the stream here though, so give me a sec. Red Tower of Doom, weekly preview for Pridelands. We got a little holiday event going on. I think the new mythic is still available. Hallelujah. Mark's here. How's it going, Mark? Let's go to Pridelands and run a little like we always do to start the streams. Glorfindel, how's it going? Where is Pridelands? Why, you think after 8 years I would know where all the kingdoms are. There it is. One I actually have 2030'd. Underspire, no. Trials. See if the AI can beat the trials while I set up the stream here. Alright, let's go live. Let's go to this. Let's turn this on. Save. Alright, let's see what happens. So on auto battle on epic trials, you should try to get these done for every single kingdom. Totally recommend at least getting one pet, but try to get them all. Got that. Should probably put a different description in, but I kind of like my desperate attempt to keep our newly 8-year-old baby alive as my description lately. Hard to get motivated today to stream. I don't know what's going on. For some reason. Well, once I get on here, I'm good, but, like, I don't know. Some days it's hard to get on here for some reason. Let's see. Gems of War. You could probably imagine why. Gems of War. Dude. Save that. Let's go mess with this. Set frequency. 18. Different times. Save. And I think I'm about ready, because I don't really do too much anymore. I'm not doing a thumbnail. I don't know. I'm just streaming Gems of War. I'm not playing this YouTube game anymore. It's annoying. But I will stream games for you. Let's see. Alright, let's get back to the chat. Channel. Let's go live. Let's go here. Let's hit a like, turn your ticket into the train. Let's go. Hopefully y'all can hear me alright. But yeah, we got Mark, we got Glorfindel. Let me shut my door. Alright, so yeah, let's, I don't know. Right now they're losing. They lost a troop? What we got here? Got Second Claw and her, is that his name? We got Spirit Mane, we got Behemoth. What do they got? They got Rakshanan. I don't know, what is that? Flame Lizard or something like that. They got Sekma. And they have, what's the unicorn? The lion unicorn. Lioncorn? Corny lion? I don't know. I know a lot of the names. Mark says, this is the only starry pet I am missing. This week is tough epic trials. I keep losing. Hey, it looks like the AI can't do it either, so I'm gonna back out of this. Maybe I will, if you need it, Mark, I'll run them. Just like, kind of need to, if you guys need it, I'll do it. If you don't, I don't do it type of thing. But let's retreat from this. Turn it off. Do you want to turn off autoplay mode? Okay. Retreat. Yes. Alright, so we'll do that later, but first thing we do is Tower of Doom. But let me go to the shop and grab this troop, just in case it's usable. Always get the Spoils of War as well. But just in case this thing's usable in the event, because it is from Pridelands, it's probably red, it's probably an option, but usually not something you'll use, but we'll see. You just grab it. We'll go over it later. And let's go to Guild. Let's grab my mail also. Get some resources. How'd you guys do in the Vault event? Did you go hard? I'll be completely honest with y'all. I probably only got like 100-something keys. I just have so many, and we've had so many Vault events back to back to back. It was hard to get super motivated, but hopefully you did. Hopefully you've been getting tons of resources the last couple months, because we've had so many Vault events. I hope that for you. For me, though, I don't know. A lot of Vault events lately. I still have a lot of vault keys. I need to get them all open. That way I'm not like that. But, alright. Red Tower of Doom. Let's go. Alright, Tower of Doom, just basics. You're going to want to buy up to the weapon. The weapon is the thing. World event is the medal. Bounty, it's the captain. Journey event, it's the pathfinder. Invasion, it's the tower killer. Raid event, it's the boss killer. Tower of Doom, it's the weapon. So we're going to buy up to the weapon. Let's do that first. Got tier 1. Tier 2. Tier 3. And here's the weapon. So what does it do? It's called the Doomed Dart Thrower. Deal damage to an enemy plus 4 per tempering level. If they use red mana, explode 3 red gems. If the enemy has a doom, then gain a quarter of my mana back. So unless it has some crazy tempering or something, it just looks like another one for the pile, another doomed plunger or whatnot. But we have to use it, so we'll grab it. You have to use it at least in the doomed fights. But most people just keep it on the entire time because it's annoying to switch back and forth. But if you switch back, hey, more power to you if you want to switch back and forth. But normally I don't. I'll just throw it on the bottom of the team like a dingleberry and make a 3-person team and just do that. So we bought up to the weapon in the shop. Now we're going to want to make a team. Remember how Tower of Doom works, right? Everybody's guild has a different layout. You're going to have a scout, or 2, or 3, or 4. They're going to tell you which rooms to go in. So the normal, just regular person that's not a scout does not just go in every single room. I know this looks similar to like a delve, kind of. And I know in delve events, like faction events, you go in every room and you get more points because you go in every room and then you go to the boss room. That's not how Tower of Doom is, though. It's like kind of the opposite. You go in the least amount of rooms that you can. The scouts will tell you which rooms to hit that are worth going in. You don't want to be going in every single room because every single room costs a sigil. You know, in a faction event, your sigil, you use your sigil before the layer. So then you're only using 1 sigil, and you can do all the rooms for 1 sigil. In the Tower of Doom, every single room costs a sigil. So you don't want to be going in every single room. You don't pay your sigil up front before the floor and then can go wherever you want. Sorry, it does not work like that. It's not like a faction event. Maybe that's what people are thinking. Because this is the one I get the most, like, flack about. People don't understand the Tower of Doom. People are still getting a bunch of boons and stuff, and they still don't know what they're doing and stuff like that. Tower of Doom is different from a faction event. Okay? You don't go in every single room. Unless you're the scout. If you're the scout, you can play it like a faction event. You can go in every single room, but make sure you report to the guild what's in every single room. That way they don't have to do that. You don't want 30 people going in every single room. You know how many gems that would cost and you'd go in a bunch of rooms you don't need to go into? A bunch of wasted time and gems. We don't want to waste time and gems, right? If we don't have to. Like, is that I want to get on the game and waste time and gems just so I can have boons? Like, if you have boons, you're not doing it right. See how nobody has boons here? Well, nobody has anything yet, but I don't even know if we might have to scout. But yeah, just follow your scout's advice. Your scout will be in your guild chat, maybe some external chat, maybe some website where they keep track of the Tower of Doom. I don't know. We used to do Terran's World, but Terran's World isn't around anymore, so now I go to my guild chat. But there should be a scout who's going to have to buy up higher in the shop. They're going to have to spend more gems. They're going to have to spend more time. But they're doing that so like 25 out of the 30 people don't have to do that. That's why the scouts are doing that. The scouts don't want you, the smart scouts who know what they're doing, don't want you getting boons. Okay, if you get boons, you're just flipping them off and saying, screw you, I don't care. You know, screw your gems and screw your time. I'm going to get a bunch of boons anyway. That's what you're saying. You're just saying screw you to the scout if you go in every single room and you just don't listen. So make sure you're listening. Make sure you're following the scout's advice. Make sure you're not going in just every single room. It doesn't help anything. It's not doing what you think it's doing. You're just not following instructions. You're not following the leader. So follow the leader, follow instructions, don't get boons unless you're the scout. If you're the scout, it's a completely different story. You go in every room, but you also have to report every room. So you can be a bad scout and you can be a bad non-scout. A bad scout would go in all the rooms and only report the unlocks, or only open, like, they'll go on floor 2, if they'll go in room 2, they'll see unlock and they'll just go to the next floor and they won't like go in all those other rooms, and they'll just report the unlock. Like, there can be bad scouts. There can be bad non-scouts. They just go in every room. They don't follow the scout's advice. So follow the scout's advice if you're a non-scout, and if you're a scout, go in every room and report every room. It's pretty much that simple. So let's go see what room we're supposed to go in if they've reported anything yet. I don't know that they have. Unless we're doing it somewhere else that I don't know about. Are we gonna have to report this? What do we got here? 1 day ago. 23 hours, 20 hours, 17 hours. Huh. Yeah, it didn't look like too many people were playing yet, so we might have to be the scout this time, but I'm just showing y'all teams. So, let's do it. Let's scout then. Alright, so we'll go in the first room. We'll make a team. See what we can do for high level. Base rarity. Alright, let's see what's going on in the chat. Leaving a like and 2 gifts. Currently in an awesome depression. That sucks. Sorry to hear that, Sauna. Professor says the Terran's replacement is pretty decent. Professor got a gifted from Sauna. Nice. Daniel's here. And then Ways Landers got one from Sauna. Thank you so much, Sauna. Sauna is here. You're leaving again? Oh, no. Alright, well, hopefully everything gets better, Sauna. If you need anybody to talk to, let me know. I don't know if I'm the best person to do that, but maybe like Anita or somebody else. I don't know. Trey with the gifted. Thank you so much. With the live wire, who's in Hawaii surfing right now, for all we know. But hopefully you get better, Sauna. I don't know. I'm not a good person for that. I've been kind of the same way recently. You know what I mean? It takes a lot for me to even get on here, so I feel you. Feel like I'm a failure right now. It's real cool. Midlife crisis failure mode for me as well, so I feel ya. Alright, let's see. What do we got to work with? We got to do the weapons. We might as well throw that over there. The Doom Dart Thrower. Let's get it full lead. It drains 2 mana from red enemies. That's about it. So yeah, it's not like it's going to be doing anything super special that would make you want to use it for real. So we'll throw it over there though, because we want our points. And then let's see what we can do with what's going to be the best option for red for this event. I mean, you know the drill usually. It's a win button. You guys want me to not do the win button? It'd be Chrysantherax. If you don't have Chrysantherax, it'd probably be Stellarix. If you don't have those two... I mean, I always make 3 teams. But I am kind of getting... I'm cognizant of that, the fact that I've been doing a lot of Chrysantherax lately. We could not do that if you want. It's up to y'all. But I do make a mid and a low level, usually. But yeah, I would do Chrysantherax or Stellarix, probably. There's Takshaka here. Scourge of Honor's pretty good. Tina's okay. Zulgoth is pretty good. But yeah, you could do Chrysantherax with Mirage Queen. Would be a good start. The Mirage Queen will 50% start Chrysantherax, which Chrysantherax is a very high mana cost, so being able to 50% start it is nice. Then we'd want like another mana generator, most likely. But you could do an Ember Claw or a Takshaka, but usually it's best when you have multiples of those. What else could we do for red? It's like another red mana generator. There's like Angry Mob. Not a lot of good red mana generators for real. I'd have to do like Angry Mob or something. I mean, we got the Mirage Queen 50% starting. Ember Claw's okay. Tesla would be a good one for anybody out there that doesn't have Chrysantherax or Stellarix. Got Balder there for low-level players, maybe. Which, that might not be too great, because you have to use that Doom Dart Thrower, so you can't use Blue Weapon. Fundingus. Dingus? Oh, we got Harpy Mage, so I think it's Harpy Mage. Put Chrysantherax in first slot. We'll put Doom Dart Thrower in last slot, and we'll put Harpy Mage. Might throw it in first slot. I don't think it needs to be there though. It's gonna get up either way, right? So let's keep Chrysantherax in first slot. That's probably the best high-level team you could do. I mean, this is the hardest hitting thing in the game, the best thing in the game. And then you got second turn Empower, which, you know, is replacing like Leprechaun or multiple Pharaoh Cafroos or something like that. You got Mirage Queen 50% starting, this big bad 34 mana cost dragon, so that's 17 mana guaranteed every single turn, or every single battle. Then you have to use this to get extra points. So I don't know how you could do any better than this for a high-level team. Banner would be red for sure. And then I'm going to go with yellow for the Harpy Mage. We'll help it out. Chrysantherax uses every color anyway. So red, yellow, minus green. That looks good. Class. You could just do anything. Anything you want. Level whatever class you want to level, I would say. Since we don't really care about our hero or the weapon, we could just do Sunspear, get a bunch of red fallen. Their whole team is red. Sunspear. No. That'll help with mana generation. At least. Chrysantherax. We could do a Skull. A Skull Storm. But Harpy Mage is going to keep doing a Dust Storm anyway, so I don't know. I think we're good. We'll start with the Red Storm, and then we'll turn into a Brown Storm, and you know, everything to get up the Chrysantherax, pretty much. Let's go with that for a high-level team. If you have access to everything in the game, this is probably what you're going to want to do. Use the strongest troop in the game, use the win button, get it up as fast as you can. You don't have Chrysantherax, maybe Stellaryx, but you might have to do something else. I don't think is Stellaryx Elemental. I don't think so, right? So you might have to do a slightly different team. But let's start with this, and we'll do a mid-level team. But we are a scout. I should put that in the title because I don't like to scout too much. But good. Thanks for dropping in, Sana, letting us know you're all right and everything. Like, I appreciate it. Daniel says minus Stellaryx and 2 Takshakas with the weapon. Not bad. Not bad. Funky Town's here. An empowered troop would be good. I just like the Harpy Mage because you got all the potions that make it get up pretty much second turn. It's like another guarantee. You know me and my guarantees. Like empowered converter isn't a guarantee like every single fight. It might be better half the fights, and it might not be better the other half. You know me and my like everything has to be consistent and do exactly what I gotta know exactly what it's gonna do, and you know how I roll. But I know the Harpy Mage is gonna get up second turn every single time, and sometimes it might get up first turn. Alright, we got a magic scroll. So what I like to do as the scout is I'll go to the chat, and I'll put, I don't know, floor 1, and then like do this, do space. Floor 1, room 2, and then do this, and then put it's magic. I'll put that in there, but I'm not going to send it yet. And then I'll get out, and I'll go to room 3 now. Being a scout definitely takes way more time. You got to go in way more rooms. You got to be writing everything down, keeping track of stuff. But boom, look at this. Get out of here. And you can't skip by, try not to skip by this. See, a bad scout right now would get this unlock scroll and go to the next floor and not even tell you what's in room 4 or 5. So 3 was unlock. So I'm going to go back to my guild chat. And go here. A little space. Put R3. Dash. And then unlock. And then I'll add it there, and then I'll hit cancel, go to 4. We'll do this whole floor with this team, and then we'll do mid and then low. Brian Walker, beg for mercy. Alright, what do we got here? Pretty much take whatever. RP Mage gets up. And we kill everything. We got an armor, so we're gonna add that. If I had a good memory, I wouldn't have to do it every single time, but I don't have a good memory, so I'm about to do it now. Room 4. Try to type fast. Armor. Armor, armor, armor. Alright, got that. Cancel out. Go to 5. See what's in here. You got Chrysantherax? Nice bag. It's amazing. Freaking win button. Yeah, and if you don't have Chrysantherax, you could just use any other floral dragon. That's smart, Glorfindel. So I should have said that. Good point. Like before, when you didn't have Stellarix, you could use any cosmic dragon pretty much. Now that Chrysantherax is the best, you could use any floral dragon, like the red one. Attack scroll. So let's go do this. R5. R5 dash attack. A-T-T-A-C-K. And now I can send it. Boom. So we're a scout, everybody. Now we just do the boss room. It doesn't matter what, it's the boss room. You don't have to scout the boss room. Just do it. Xanthrax up, enemies down. Don't get much better than that. Alright, we're on floor 2 now. Let's make a mid-level team. So this will be more something you could use if you don't have Chrysantherax. So let's get rid of Chrysantherax. We could keep this if we use an elemental, but I don't know if we're going to or not. I think Harpy Mage is a great thing, and then the weapon would be a good start to any team. We'll go base rarity. We'll go down to legendary. That way we're not using mythics, so more people can use this team. I think Tesla would be a good idea. Crimson Bat's okay. General Edison is not. I don't know why I always get him confused with the other guy. King Aberon, 50% start for Fae, so we have another 50% start we could do. If you find a good Fae. We got Wild Folk. 50% for Wild Folk. Magma Dragon's alright. Queen Titania. Tesla. Got 50% start for Centaur. Great Worm's alright. Foxfire King. You could do that. You could do the Fae. You could do the Foxfire King. Tesla's amazing. You should probably use her. But I might go Foxfire King for this one. Let's take this off. We'll put... what's his face on? This would be good for a little bit. Tesla, you might want to do Tesla later, but this would be good early. Be something like that. I mean, that's a lot of mana generation around just one damage dealer. Should hit pretty hard for a little bit. I don't know that it will... We could do, like Hierophant, make our whole team Fae, right? That's a fire class. Now we're Fae. Got the fire stuff on. Probably do red, green now. Probably fine. I don't know, let's see how this goes. Even if we have to get it up twice, it wouldn't be too bad. See how this goes for mid. Something super easy to get. Underworld faction troop. Choose the first option. Here we got an armor scroll. Gonna go put that down. Floor. Alright, floor. 2. Space. Eventually all these will get to where I can just room 2. Oh, what was it? Armor? Dang it. See how quick I forget? I think it was armor, right? We can look back on the stream. I can look back on it right now. Or you guys can let me know. Yeah, it was armor. I just double checked. Alright, we got the Harpy Mage. Cast it on this. Choose the first option. Bang. So until the enemies get over like 60 HP or so. Alright, we got an attack scroll. Attack. Whoops. Didn't mean to go all the way out. Go here. Do this. Add a space. R3. Erase our old one. Put in attack. It's easier the more you do it, because you just have everything. You've already typed it once, you just have to kind of select it. Change it. Alright, 4. We'll do this whole floor with this team. Looks like a pea shooter? Yeah, doing pea shooter. Life. Let's go do that. So R4 life. R4. L-I-I-F-E. Bang. And we'll do 5. You can use Tesla, like I said. Tesla would be cool. Harpy Mage, Tesla, Doom Dart Thrower, and something else. An Empowered Converter, or Angry Mob, or something. This would be good for a little bit, though. Unlock. Alright, so let's do that. Room 5. It's cool to show scouting on stream. Like, I don't think I've ever shown it on stream. Something new. Unlock. Bang. I mean, see how this anyway, I don't want to say anything. So now we kill the boss room. Boom. Now we're on floor 3. Let's make a low-level team. You can still use Harpy Mage. You can still use our weapon. I think that's a good start to any team, like I was saying. What do we got that's good, that's red? That's epic and under. Probably, my first thought is always like gargoyles. Gargoyles. Might be what I do. What else is there for red that's good? Usually what I go with. I might even just do 2 of them. I mean, we could look through every red troop and probably not find something better that's epic and under. Marilith's pretty good mana generator if you don't want to use Harpy Mage. Marilith, pretty good. I always forget about her. Pandalista's pretty good. It does true damage to multiple enemies. Do a couple of those. Do Geomancer. 50% start it. But then could do like Marilith with Pandalista. That might be cool. I don't know. What do you guys want to see? Could do Gargoyles or Pandalista for our low level. That's the two that I'm thinking. Like mid level is like Tesla or Foxfire King. Low level it's like Gargoyle or Pandalista. High level it's Chrysantherax or Stellarix or otherwise. What else is there? 2 Gargoyles? Yeah, let's do Gargoyle. Quickly looking through the rest of them. Because I wouldn't have thought of Pandalista unless I saw it there. That's one you could do. Gargoyle's easier to get than Pandalista though, right? Go to the underworld, go to faction. You could use Ferocity, I guess. There's a couple snakes that are alright. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this. Alright, so let's start this on the bottom again. We'll keep Harpy Mage on the top again. Looks alright. Like that. Class, we do Geomancer, so we 50% start the Gargoyles. Banner, definitely red. Alright, red-brown. No blue on our team, let's go. Alright. Gargoyle's always good for red low level. Not gonna be as impressive as like a Chrysantherax or a Tesla, but pretty good still. Not gonna wipe the whole enemy team in one shot ever. But it does good work for low level players, easy to get. Armor. Floor 3. Floor 3. Floor 3. Dang it. Crap. Got distracted by that person saying stuff. They could just watch the stream, you know? They could just watch the stream. I think most of them know I'm a streamer, right? Or they should. I mean, I'm not like that type of person where I'm like, everybody should know I'm streaming, but if I'm in your guild, shouldn't you know that I'm streaming? I'm a streamer? It's only have to keep track of, like, you don't have to keep track of thousands of people. It's 29 other people. You think, anyway. Room 2. Armor. Alright. Type that in. Now we got 3. It's kind of a problem with the last guild, too. I would never recommend teams and stuff. Nah, it's not a problem. I'm not saying it's a problem. Just, like, pretty easy to figure out. Like, if you ever want teams from me, all you have to do is watch my channel. Like, they're always there. And I got multiple teams. Instead of making me, like, type it out in the chat and share it in the chat, too, you could just watch the stream. Go 2. Probably should have taken yellow or something. Brown, red. Brown and red. I don't know why I did that. I had a gargoyle. Boom. What's cool about gargoyle is they boost off of attack. They can kill multiple enemies. They can be 50% started. And they blow up some gems as well when they cast. So you got armor again? Armor again. Okay, keeping track. Do the whole floor with this team. Did I share the team code for that mid-level team? Hope I did. We got this. We might get... Oh, we got them both. Alright, go 2 slot. Bang. We got the unlock. R4 unlock. Cool, there's one already there. Boom. Alright, let's go 5. See what's in 5. Cinderhand Goblin, 2 times Gargoyle, Weapon, and Geomancer. Sounds good. A big old green I don't need. Kill that so our Gargoyle can kill the other 3. Life. Life. I was gonna sing a song, but I forgot the words. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Life, life. What you gonna do? Alright. There we go, floor 3. So we scouted 3 floors. We are an awesome scout now. Alright, Harpy Mage on the Gargoyle. Gargoyle on 2. This other Gargoyle finish them off. And we win. And we're on floor 4. And here's the team code. The Tower of Doom is done. So high level Chrysantherax or Stellaryx or any other dragon. If you're working on Chrysantherax, you could use the red Floral Dragon, for example. If you're working on Stellaryx, you could use the red Cosmic Dragon, for example, and still do the same exact team, pretty much. I mean, I would recommend the Chrysantherax, you know, like the red Floral Dragon instead of Chrysantherax if you're going to use the team I did, except for you don't have Chrysantherax, but you want to do something similar, maybe the red Floral Dragon. And then for the second team, the mid-level team, I used the Foxfire King, because I was 50% starting it with King Aberon, and then using Harpy Mage to get it up all the way. But you could also do Tesla, with like Marilith and Tesla and Harpy Mage or something like that with the weapon. And then for the low-level team, you got Gargoyle, you can 50% start it with Geomancer, or you got Pandalista, you can 50% start it with Geomancer. And then you can use either Harpy Mage or Marilith as your mana generator. That's what I would say. So every team has a damage dealer, a 50% start, and a quick other mana generator. So that is Tower of Doom. If you have any questions, let me know. Remember, if you're a scout, you're going in every single room, reporting every single room. If you're a non-scout, you're only hitting Unlock, Luck, Heroism, Fireball, and Haste. You don't need to hit anything else, normally, for most people. Alright, let's do the weekly preview. Pride Before the Fall, new ultra-rare troop, Pride Stalker. Get this troop with glory from the Ward's tab of the shop. Spirits of Spring. Play the new holiday event and earn currency for the holiday store. Unlock a new legendary troop, a new pet, and even some new armor. We'll have to look at that pretty soon here. I'll do the Soul Forge, and then maybe that. Tower of Doom just did 3 teams, mentioned about 6 teams. New mythic troop, Halilia, is still in there until Friday. She's kind of mid. She's like C-. Not too great. Looks cool, though. Trident of Dagonoth is still going on for 48 more days. Legends Reborn is still going on, maybe? Is it? Guess it is. Still got 1 day, 15 hours, and 49 minutes. I already got everything. So I already got the free pet through the story. I got all the pets through like collecting the doodad, the dingleberry, and then I bought all the gem stuff as well. The only thing I didn't get was the money stuff. Just to show you, like, I practice what I preach here. Bought both all the way down. And then I did the story. It's a good way to get cheap pets, fully ascended. Back to this. Week of Pridelands, all Pridelands troops gain 10% to skills. Week of Raksha, all Raksha gain 10% to their skills. And bonus gold, use the Pride Stalker and PvP and Explorer to gain 400 gold. Alright, let's go do the Soul Forge. Unog's Poppet. Huh, I wonder if I need that. I bet you I do. No, I don't. Never mind. Soulforge. Anita with the gifted, thank you so much. Running out there with Sana. It's a girl party today, except for Trey. Trey knows where the party's at. Chad knows where the party's at. Chad with a 2 with a 2. Anita went to Mark Bolden. Nice. Mark comes around. He's the other Mark. It's the other Mark. We know Mark. Alright, let's see what's in here. Ooh, look, Emberclaw. I already see that. I already see my dessert before I eat my entree. Got Emberclaw. What else? We got a Maldrin is here as your dragon. This is a gem dragon though, so it would be like if you're going after Diamantina and you have 5 out of the 6 for Diamantina and the only one you need is the green one, that's the person that would craft this. Alright, what's the mythics though? What mythics do we got? We got Death, Ferris Ra, Skady, and Shade of Zorn. This is like the biggest mythic pass week I've ever seen. I mean, back in the day, we would be excited about Ferris Ra, but these days, Ferris Ra is not even like an average mythic, for real. Death is one of the worst in the game. Like, I made a video. If you guys have never seen it, I did like the top 5 worst mythics in the game, and I think Death was on the list as one of the worst mythics in the game. It's just super old. It doesn't belong to a kingdom. It's not very good. So it's horrible. You don't want to be crafting that unless it's like the last mythic you need. And then you would craft it. Ferris Ra is just so out of style these days. You don't need souls that bad if you're spending souls wisely. Nothing really... We used to need souls to get like Dawnbringer, but Dawnbringer's not even that good these days, and you can do so many vault events that you'll get enough souls and it'll be fine. You don't have to use Ferris Ra anymore. But back in the day, we used to wait and like this used to be the Iron Hawk back in the day. Like we were waiting for Ferris Ra like 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Ferris Ra was the freaking Iron Hawk. But these days, no. Don't be watching old videos and thinking Ferris Ra is good. It's okay to get and like maybe use for like a very tiny period, but 90-something% of the time you should not be soul farming with Ferris Ra these days. It's mostly vault event and just spending souls wisely. So I would not recommend it these days. I used to I'll be like, yeah, Ferris Ra, you know, back in the day. But nowadays I don't even recommend crafting it really. Skady's not any good. And Shade of Zorn is one of the worst in the game as well. So there's like nothing. This is a big time save week. Save up your diamonds. Except for maybe the legendaries. Except for maybe the legendaries. Because Emberclaw is here and I do use it. Emberclaw is great when you don't have Takshaka or Pharaoh Khafru. Or you can't use Takshaka or Pharaoh Khafru. Sometimes that does happen. Like I'll use Ruby Weapon with triple Emberclaw sometimes. So, I don't know, man. Emberclaw is up there. If you were gonna, like, I always say Tesla's, like, the only legendary you should craft, but if we were gonna, like, make some concessions and talk about other legendaries that maybe you might craft, Emberclaw is pretty close. Especially if you need, like, you already have 1 and you just need 2 more, or if you already have 2 and you just need 1 more. Like, I wouldn't blame you for crafting it this week, so Emberclaw is a pretty high recommendation for me. Emberclaw is good. Explodes a row, deals true damage to the first 2 enemies boosted by elemental stars, but the main thing is it converts a purple gem to an elemental star when my turn begins, so if you use multiples, it functions like a Takshaka or a Pharaoh Khafru, kind of. It's like the legendary version of those mythics. But Emberclaw is good. What's the other one? Tinseltail. You know, it's random as heck. Saguaro, not very good. And Christinax used to be good. It's kind of like Pharaoh. Back when we used Ferris Ra, you would use Christinax. So we don't really use it anymore. It's not horrible. Does damage to all enemies and summons a Silver Draken. Gain enchant when matching purple. 50% skull reduction. It's like okay. But there's so many dragons these days. It's crazy. You should have a Cosmic Dragon or a Floral Dragon or something else that's better than Christinax. Like easily. So you probably shouldn't waste diamonds in the Soulforge on Christinax. So the only one I'd really recommend is Emberclaw this week. And I usually don't recommend legendaries. But I think if you don't have 3 of these, maybe craft it. Especially after so many vault events, you should have some diamonds. So Emberclaw I'm recommending. It's like a A tier legendary at least. Maybe S. Weapons. Is there anything in here? Get the Doom Dart Thrower through the event. Not here. These are always here, right? Burning Pride. Explodey. Viraksha. Those are nice. Death Rites. Explode a column. Not good. Or at least we don't use it. Shadow Hunter's Claw. Doom Dagger. These are always here. Always here, always here. Twin Claws is pretty good. And Explodey for beasts. It's green. Dustbringer. Blackmane's Claw. Tool for your tool belt. If you're doing Raksha for your whole team. Red and brown. Fear of the Pride is poopy. Cat's Paw is an Explodey. Those are always nice to have. Pridelands. Rope Dart. Rope Dart. Rope Dart's good. It's good. We used to use it a lot, way back in the day. Once again, this is like the week of stuff that we used to do back in the day, you know? Ferris Ra, we used to do back in the day. Rope Dart, we used to do back in the day, you know? Christine Axe used to do back in the day. Rope Dart's still good to this day, though. It's just not, you know... so many other good things in the game that you don't see it super often, but it does have an extra turn. It does do true damage. Like it's like a Mang or something. It's like a Mang, you know, Rope Dart. It's like a really good Mang, kind of. It's good. If you don't have it, you should probably get it. It used to be like 100% for sure, definitely get it type of deal, but I don't know. Instead of being like S tier these days, maybe it's like A tier. Still really, really good though. If you get it, get it. Like, get it. You're not doing anything wrong if you get it. I just don't see myself... I don't use it anymore too much. And, I don't know. Just feel like there's always something else you could be using. But this one is a tool for your tool belt for Beast. If you're going to make your whole team Beast, it does green and yellow. Beastly Bow. So yeah, I don't know. I would say Rope Dart and Ember Claw. Probably be the two things to get, and then there's a bunch of exploding weapons here if you don't have them for collection purposes. That's the Soul Forge. Alright, let's check out this holiday event. What's up with this? Okay, so use green troops to fight event battles. Each event battle earns blossoms. Spend blossoms in the event shop to purchase Azaleas, Azaleas' Bumblebee, and more. So it's one of those. You get 3 fights a day, pick the highest level fight. I don't think it really matters too much, but I usually just pick the highest level fight. That you can't go wrong picking the highest level fight. So you just remember to do these every day. I think the hardest thing about this is just remembering to do it. The Golden Holiday Battle doesn't really do anything. It's like a static amount of points. It doesn't matter when you do it. You can do it now. You can do it on the last day. You'll still get the same amount. It's not a big deal. It's really nothing. It's just an extra fight. You can buy more. You should probably... If you're trying for everything here, you should buy at least once a day. Like if you don't have the armor, for example, you should probably buy once a day. It's only 50 gems for an extra 3 fights. If you want the Power Orb, you should definitely buy at least one a day. But if you're like me and you already have the spring armor, and all you're really looking for is Azaleas and the Bumblebee plus the Golden Bumblebee, you might not have to buy very many. I'm trying to still figure out like how much exactly I have to buy, but it's definitely not every day. Like I might do the first week every day, and then like the second week I don't do it every day or something like that. Like today I'll probably just buy it because it's only 50 gems and you know get a jump on it. But what you want to do for real is get the pet first. Get it fully ascended, so you got to keep buying it until you have it fully ascended. Then you'll get the golden pet. It's the only way you can get the golden pet is to do this holiday event. And to get this troop fully ascended, then it will, once you have this troop fully bought, you'll be able to get the golden one. And then you can buy the golden one. It's the only way you're ever going to get it. So it's like now or never. Get that golden pet. And that's why you get it first, because it's now or never. Like Azaleas we can get when it comes out later. Like it's not a big deal. You know, even if it's good, you can get it. You'll get it just like a week later than everybody else. You know, or if the crap hits the fan and you just can't do it, you can get Azaleas 2 to 3 months from now. So it's gonna be there. But the Golden Bumblebee will not ever be available again. So that's why you want to get it like right now and get it first. The spring armor will come back in about a year. So it's like you can get it again eventually. So the golden bumblebee, like if you want to get everything, the golden bumblebee is the highest priority, and you should get it first. Like you'll see YouTubers out there getting Azaleus first because they want to show it, they want to put it in teams, they want to get some views and stuff. You know what I mean? But the regular person, the regular player, should get the golden bumblebee first because you're never going to be able to get it again. We've never seen one of these come back around. The golden version. The armor we thought was never going to come back around, but it did. You know, the troop you're going to be able to get later on. You don't even have to do the event. Like you can get it in 2 or 3 months through chests and stuff like that. But we want to get it during the holiday event. We're just going to get it second, not first. That's what I do anyway. Like, it doesn't really matter. If you're going to play it every day for sure, and you're not going to miss any days, then get stuff in whatever order you want to get it in. But just to play it super safe, I always get the pet first. Just in case. You never know what's going to happen. Let's go ahead and do the event, I guess. We're already looking at it and stuff. So we'll go level 17. What do we got? Just green is our only restriction? Fotis is here. Fotis says, I'm trying to craft Wand of Stars weapon, but I do not have the Lover's Troop. I spent 150 Vault Keys during this weekend and didn't get it. Should I do a Palooza now that the Vault event ended? No, you shouldn't. Only use your gaps during the Vault events, because they are way less valuable outside of a Vault event. You'll just be wasting your Palooza. You won't get Vault Keys from them. If you run a Palooza right now, you'll just get so much less Vault Keys. It's crazy. So you don't want to do that. If you're shooting for the Lovers, you should, during the Vault event, just go for Vault Keys the entire time. Make sure you're doing Explore 1. Make sure you're doing your fastest team. Make sure you're not getting distracted by other things. And try to get, I don't know what level you are, but I try to get at least like 300 Vault Keys. But I'm a high level player. Like I usually say if you're low level, get bare minimum 100, which it looks like you got 150, which is pretty good. If you're mid-game, at least get 200, and if you're in-game, at least get 300. That's the bare minimum. So 150 is pretty good if you're like a beginner or something. But then open them after the Vault event, because there's no reason to open them during the Vault event. Because you can open them whenever you want, it's the same thing. And you're just wasting like time you could have been spending getting more Vault Keys. It's the best time to get Vault Keys is during the Vault event. The best time to open them is not during a Vault event. But yeah, to answer your question, never run a Palooza outside of a Vault event. It's like one of the worst, biggest wastes you can do in the game. But to get the Lovers, you just got to get a bunch of Vault Keys by doing the Vault event properly, and then open those Vault Keys when it's not the Vault event, and just hope you get the Lovers. I mean, that drop table's getting bloated with all the tarot cards that keep getting put out. So it's getting harder and harder to get the Lovers. So I feel you on not getting it. But the only thing you can do is just get more Vault Keys. Play the Vault event better. Play it properly. Do it faster. Only do that. Like, go hard. Explore 1, your best, fastest team. Whether it's Atlanta or Rowan or Moon Mage or Ironhawks, whatever you're using. Hopefully it's one of those. Stay in the same kingdom. Like, don't move around too much. Don't get distracted by pet rescues. Don't be playing PvP or something. Like, go hard just after Vault Keys, because the Lovers are only going to come out of a Vault Key. They're not going to come out of a Pet Rescue. They're not going to come out of Explorer 9 with a weird team. They're only going to come out of Vault Keys. So only thing you can do is get more Vault Keys and open more Vault Keys. That's the only way you're going to get the Lovers. So just practice, doing the Vault event as fast as you can, getting the most Vault Keys you can. It's going to keep getting harder and harder to get the Lovers the way the game is right now, because they just keep putting more and more tarot cards in the Vault Key drop tables. So the longer it takes people to get around to playing the Vault event correctly, the harder it's going to get a certain tarot card too. Oh, let's see what we got, man. You know how it goes usually here. Freaking Chrysantherax. I don't like it. I don't love it. It's like an internal struggle with me almost every time I make a team these days. Like, do I just show the freaking win button, or do I not show it? And if I don't show Chrysantherax, it just makes me want to show Stellarix, which is the second best thing. Hoping people have one or the other by now. What can you do with green? Like, what would you do to mana generate? Green is kind of tough for... Usually just, like, do... Of course, like, a Leprechaun. Maybe... Maybe Bog Strider. Let's do A to Z. Get Leprechaun. Just everything to get up this freaking Chrysantherax, usually. Start with that. And then a weapon. I don't know what weapon I usually do, though. Forget what I did. There was a green restriction for something recently. Can't remember exactly what I did. Jar of Eyes, maybe? We'll make a mid and a low for this, too. What the heck did I do? What's my weapon? Could do the wand. It's just like... I hate having two things that use every single color. What did I use? Hoping it was something green and something. Because we already have something that's just green. I don't want, like, Essence of Evil, because it's just green, too. What did I do? I think it was, Glowing Core is okay. Got an Elemental Dragon. I think I just did Jar of Eyes. I don't know.
They shall feel my fury.
I'm trying to, like, jog my memory. Like, maybe I'll see the thing that I used. Go through all of them. I mean, this is alright. I could go ahead with this. Could use any Explodey, really. I mean, even Wand of Stars would be alright, but... kind of doing, like, a this. So everything else on the team is there to get up Chrysantherax. We'll do, like, Archer for Greenstorm. That's also going to contribute to getting up Chrysantherax. We'll go green. Green, blue. That's fine. We can do this. Alright, let's see how this goes. Probably want an Anu on. I have no 50% start. Anu's like the most valuable when you're using Chrysantherax. You get like the most mana. Alright, something like that. Sometimes I'll use Queen Beatrix with my green team too. Professor says maybe I missed it, but is there also more rewards on the daily page? I'll have to go check it out. No problem, Fotis. 9 Paloozas I have now ready. I'll spend them during the next Vault event. Yep, just save them up. There's no reason to do them now. I tried it. When Noma Paloozas first came out, that was my theory. Like, it would be really cool to use them outside of a Vault event. You could, like, make your own Vault event, but that's not how they work. I tried it. It's just devastating to use them outside of a Vault event. You get no Vault keys. Instead of getting, like, 20 or 30 Vault keys, you'll get, like, 5. It's just a huge waste. If you throw a Nomapalooza outside of a Vault event, you're pretty much flushing, like, 20 Vault keys down the toilet every time you do it. Come on. Go! Alright, let's do 2 fights per team with this. There's a lot of stuff going this week. I was hoping to do a fast stream. But we'll do 2 fights per team here. I'll do a mid and a low as well, because I know not everybody has Chrysantherax. Oops, there's green extra turn I should have took. Let's do Bog. Alright, so there's the high level team if you have access to everything in the game. And we'll do a mid. What do I like for mid? Usually like Queen Beatrix or Venoxia or something like that for green. Could take this off. Oops, take this off. Probably, maybe take this and this off. Leprechaun's probably going to be on every team. Alright, we'll go Legendary and under. You could do your King Oberon Foxfire King thing again if you want. I usually go Queen Beatrix though. Queen Beatrix is great for green. Queen Beatrix, she looks mean. Queen Beatrix listens to Ween. One dude I used to work with used to listen to this band called Ween. I don't even know what the heck that is. Oh, what else? I mean, we could do a Merilith instead of a Leprechaun, maybe? Leprechaun's just so good, though. Every fight. Every fight, dude. The essence of evil.
They shall feel my fury.
Venoxia hits harder. Queen Beatrix has a higher chance to get an extra turn, but early on, when we don't need to hit more than once, I think Venoxia hits technically a little harder. So I'll do that order. We can keep the Archer class. Banner... Maybe purple instead. Green, purple. It's cool, minus red. Alright, here's a mid-level team, so no mythics. If you don't have Chrysantherax, you can use awesome Queen Beatrix. And pretty cool, underrated Venoxia. And awesome Essence of Evil. And awesome Leprechaun. This whole team's awesome. Chad, you're out of here? Alright, man, have a good day. I can't talk today. Cat is here. Good to see you, Cat. Again, keeping track of the ladies. Sometimes it's hard. Usually a sausage party. Anita comes in to make sure it's not a sausage party most of the time. Sauna, also. No. 1, 2, 3. Let's do this, I guess. Been a while, I know. We had a couple. We had a Lord Augustin the other day who also it had been a while. It's all good. What you been up to? Have you just not been playing the game, or just not been watching YouTube? Like, curious. Curious. Maybe you haven't been seeing the notifications. That could be a thing. Curious as to why you have not been around. Been real busy IRL, working extra out, getting overtime? People out there, that's what's up. I even, one of those months, I think March, I even took a little break off of YouTube and Gems of War for a little bit. So I feel ya. There's the mid. I don't feel horrible to do Chrysantherax for all the high-level teams because I always show a mid and a low, and I try to mention other things. But alright, let's try to make a low. Like, Leprechaun's probably going to be on there once again. This is for the holiday event, by the way. We already did the Tower of Doom. We already did the Soul Forge. Green, I don't know, Rowan or something? Probably Rowan, right? Thinking Rowan. Merilith would be alright. Merklurk and Dirk's there. Now, Rowan just hits so hard for a beginner. It's hard not to do a Rowan. Got Wall of Tentacles. Egg Thief. I don't know. Might just put a bunch of stuff around Rowan, like do a Marilith for once. She's cool. Mary had a little lamb. Her fleece was white as snow. Everywhere that Mary went, Rowan was sure to go. Her weapon. This is where we could use the wand. I don't know if you consider the wand a high level or low level weapon. But you could use the wand. You could use the Jar of Eyes. You could use Essence of Evil. Go wand though. Any green explodey weapon. So wand doesn't mean you don't have the wand. You can still do this team and everything. Just might even put them in this order. Try stick with Archer again. We got all green. Banner. Green. Guess blue? I don't know. Let's try red. Green, red. It's fine. Alright, let's see how this goes. Low level team. For the holiday event. It's spring. Boing, yoing, 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 yoing. Spring. Let's do this. Oh! I remember back in the day when I couldn't make teams as good. I was thinking about that earlier today. I'm like, man, it's starting to get to where I just know. You've seen everything. Like, I've seen green restriction a million times. I've seen red restriction a million times. I've like seen all the restrictions a bunch of times now, so I start to narrow it down at least as to what can be used. You know, if it's green, you're probably going to use Leprechaun, at least. Red's Harpy Mage, at least for mana generation. Alright, so that's that. Holiday event, make sure you do it every day. It's something you could forget. You don't want to forget. Make sure you do it. It's the devs making you do something, you know? Not one of my favorite. I don't like these type of events where you can't just stack them up and do them all in one day. Like, you have to do it every day. It's annoying. But, it is what it is. And then on Practice What I Preach, watch. Go to the event shop, buy the pet first. I like the way that Bumblebee looks. It's cool. If I didn't have Rocky on my shoulder forever and never take it off, I might put that Bumblebee on my shoulder. Look how it's like purple. It's not yellow. I like it. I think you should put the Bumblebee on your shoulder. Do it. Alright, what else is going on, y'all? So we did the Tower of Doom. We did the Soul Forge. We did the holiday event. Let's just talk about the shop. Got Pride Stalker. 12 red-brown Pridelands Raksha. Deal damage to an enemy boosted by their attack. If they use red mana, inflict 2 stacks of bleed on them. 50% start. Stealthy. Kind of boost. 4 to 1. I was trying to think, like, would this be good if you fight something like that has a ton of attack? I don't know. Already got it fully ascended. We got Arcane Lava Trait Stones. That's red and brown. So make sure you go check out all your troops. Sort by red, brown, all color. Base rarity. And make sure you have like all your good troops that need that trait stone. Fully traded. Because you can get a bunch right now. Just for glory. That troop kind of seems ho-hum. I don't know if we'll be using it, except for maybe in very specific situations where the enemy has a ton of attack or something and you don't have anything else that's any good. Event key drop table is Pridelands. Is that a good one? Let's check it out. Angry Panda's here. Half-dead panda. Zig the Kid, how's it going? been farming in Kelethin, Zig the Kid. I'm trying to get... I don't know what I'm trying to get. I got my buffer for my Necro. And I don't know. I've been playing my SK a lot. I decided to play a little bit of Necro. My SK is 46 on floor 4 of Tower Frozen Shadow. Alright, this is Pridelands. This is the event key drop table. These are the only troops you're going to get if you open event keys. So Ravatar, not great. Leo, pretty bad. Ubistet's alright, especially with Rope Dart. And they're both from Pridelands, and they're both available right now. It's an okay team. It's kind of like Scorpius Urali or Wolf Garrick, whatever you use with him. It's like one of those double kill teams. These days, we're killing everything all at the same time with, like, dragons, or Tesla, or Ruby Weapon. So these double kill teams aren't as good as they used to be, but they're still pretty good if you don't have Ruby Weapon or Stellarix or Chrysantherax. So, I don't know. It's not a reason to be blowing a bunch of event keys on an Ubistet, who you should have something better than him. Umanath is okay, or not okay, but, you know. Nothing here is great. Just Ubistet, which is okay. So I would say save your event keys. There's... like, what else is there? Sekma's a little bit okay. Like, Pridelands is not very good, y'all. So save your event keys. They're hard to... it's hard to get a bunch of event keys anyway. So don't be wasting them on stuff like Pridelands. Alright, what else is going on this week? We have a Pridelands week, a Pridelands Underspire, a Pridelands Epic Trials. We got Tower of Doom going on right now, and I already made 3 teams for that. The holiday event, don't forget to do that. I already did 3 teams for that. Legends Reborn is still going on for a little bit, like another day or 2. We just had a Vault event. Might be opening Vault keys. Tomorrow we have Indrigit's Palace, it looks like, faction event. I'll be streaming tomorrow. We'll do that faction event tomorrow. Pure 500 on stream. Deathless 500 on stream tomorrow. Teams high, mid, and low for Indrigit's Palace. Wednesday, the pet is... I forget what that one's called. It's it's like an angel cat. I forget the name of it, though. Angel Cat is the name. I don't know. We have Sunspear as our class event on Thursday. And then Friday, what do we have Friday, y'all? Not Bounty. It's probably a faction event, right? Yeah, 45 was a hell level. It was pretty tough. I think we have like a faction event, don't we? Like a Worm Run or something, or was that last time? I don't know. I think it's a faction event this weekend. We'll talk about it tomorrow. But hey, I got you for the next few days. Right now, you're doing Tower of Doom. Maybe you're starting your Underspire. You're doing the holiday event. Maybe you're finishing Legends Reborn. Tomorrow, you're doing Indrigit's Palace. Wednesday, you're doing the Pet. Thursday, you're doing Sunspear. And Friday, I don't know. I think it's a faction event, though. We'll talk about it tomorrow. I'll figure it out. Unless one of y'all know. It's usually what Sauna jumps in with, somebody's calling me. I don't know who that is. At least it didn't ring for once. It's not something important. Let me check my phone real quick, y'all. We'll do Underspire next. Underspire. And then if, Mark, if you need the Epic Trials, I'll do it for you if you want. I'll try, you know. I'll give you some tips. Do my best. Why is it not letting me watch my own stream on my phone? I always like to have that open for backup. Alright, got it. Okay. What was I doing? Let's do Underspire. Do high, mid, and low for this. You have Pridelands. So maybe this is where you would use Ubistet. Maybe. You could do that. Weapons. Just Pridelands weapons. So yeah, it might be a good time to do that. It's not gonna be very good like early, but later on it might be pretty good. So let's show it. So the concept is like weaken them with rope dart and then kill them with Ubistet and get a double kill. Early on though, your rope dart's just gonna one shot, and then your Ubistet will just kill 2 things anyway, and you'll just have 1 thing left. So we need some mana generation for sure. It'll get better the further you go with this team. What does Pridelands have for mana generation? Probably nothing. This is not empowered. None of the mythics are going to be very good, right? I think that's the hard part, is mana generation. With Sekima might be alright. Brown to yellow, blue to skull. She's not like our mana generator, but... Hellclaw Mage, maybe? Red and purple. Spell Paw. Blue to red. I don't know. It's hard to mana generate with the Pridelands. Troubadour, maybe. Put it in first slot. Might have to do this. Then what? Maybe not this? Maybe something like that. Alright, what do we need? So you're gonna be... probably casting on yourself. Making a bunch of yellow. You're gonna be killing stuff and later on knocking stuff down. For Ubistet. I mean, early on you could just not use Rope Dart. Use like a mana generating weapon and just use Ubistet. But I'm trying to make this team to where you can use it later. I wouldn't use this early. I'd probably use like Indrajit. But I'm trying to show you the high level team right now on low level fights. So it's not gonna do what it's supposed to do yet. I think it would be something like this. Blue to skull, brown to yellow. Think about doing Titan and just dropping brown for Ubistet and then in Sekima. Troubadour's gonna do yellow. Could do Bard. I'm gonna go with Titan for now. 50% start. Brown's not gonna hurt. Banner for sure, yellow. And then maybe red. Maybe brown. Try red. Yellow, red, minus green. That looks good. Alright, something like this. You might do a different class. You might sub out 1 troop or something. Especially early on. You don't need both of these. But later you're going to need both of them. So I'm trying to show you this team. It's a deep team that I'm trying to show early. So don't judge it too harshly on these low-level fights. So the team I'm going to show you next is the one I would actually use for the early fights, probably. There's yellow. Some purple. Alright, let's do this. No potions. It's hard to get going sometimes. Rope Dart's only going to kill 1 thing, so I don't really want to be casting it yet, even though it gets an extra turn. Probably just get up this Troubadour again. No good mana generation. There we go. Alright. So let's do this, get a kill. And an extra turn, and then do this. Kill 2. You can see how later on that'd be good, because it doesn't matter what their stats are, you're just going to instant kill them. But early, you could definitely do something better. Let's get our free lantern. Let's show it at least one more time. It's just hard to show right now. I need to be deeper. Alright, yellow. Red. Blue. Blue, brown into brown here, maybe. Alright, we got Ubistet. That's good. Let's grab this. Alright, we got all 3 of them. So do this. Extra turn, do this. Bang, bang, 1 left. Do this. Do it again. And they're dead. Or they should be. Barrier. So yeah, later on use this. Early, I'll show you something better, but if you want to use this the whole way, I would say sub out Rope Dart maybe for an explodey weapon and just use Ubistet. And then once it starts getting harder, sub in Rope Dart to like weaken them for Ubistet. Uberstet. Yeah, let's get rid of everything. I hope I did. I did. Alright, so for me, I think I'm gonna do like 2 of these for the early fights, because it hits up to 4, or it hits 4 random enemies. Just by red and purple. And then you just do like an explodey weapon. At least something that does not use red or purple, like Twin Claws maybe. Oh, it uses purple, idiot. Probably the only one that doesn't. Alright, we got yellow and blue. That's not the right thing. Come on, dum-dum. Yellow and brown. Alright, that'll work, right? Throw that up top. And then I don't know. You could do Spell Paw, maybe. It's gonna be blocked, though. Hellclaw Mage, probably, because it does red and purple, and Indrajit boosts off red and purple, and it uses blue. We're not using blue yet. Probably that. Something like that, probably. Class. We could do, maybe Thief and make some more purple fall. Not gonna help our weapon, but would help Indrajit. Kinda get our weapon up, though. I think I'll stick with Titan. Let's get our weapon up. Banner. We got a bunch of red. And then let's help our weapon out a little bit. Red, yellow minus brown. Red, brown minus blue. Okay, what do we got? Yellow, brown, red, purple, blue. We're missing green. It might be the one we're already using. Oh, let's go with this. Tinker Banner. So I'm gonna use this, and then I'll probably switch into Ubistet. That's what I'm gonna do. Indrajit hits 4 enemies. Alright, get up our weapon. Cast the weapon. Get up everything else. Hopefully. There's Indrajit. Might kill them all. And he's easy to get to. I think he's an underworld troop, right? Yep. Let's do a couple fights here, then we'll try to do a low-level team. These Underspire low-level teams are one of the hardest things to do because there's no potions, like the restriction's pretty tight. The weapon's restricted. Excuse me. Alright, red into some skulls. Get a kill, I guess. Let's get our weapon up. Try to. There it is. Hopefully it gets a Benderjit. Yes. And we win. So that's what I'm gonna do. Probably up until like the 4th boss at least, and then I'll switch to Ubistet maybe, unless this just keeps working. And you could put your one of your Injurjits in front of your Burning Pride, and that way you can summon something in. That's what I probably should do. There's no reason not to have Injurjit in first slot. You could even put this down here and it wouldn't matter. You can even put it down here and it wouldn't matter. Because it's using yellow and brown, and nothing above it is stealing any kind of mana. So you could do that. I'd probably just do like this though. So this is the actual team. That way, if you lose your Injurjit, you can summon something in, make your team stronger, last longer. You don't want to be losing your only summon in first slot for no reason really, because you're not. It's not using any of the same colors. That's the mid-level team. Low level's gonna be tough. I don't know what to do. Might even have to use like a weapon that does damage. Get the Troubadour, you could do that again, maybe. Mana generation. Raksha Freeblood's kind of fun sometimes, because I know it only hits one enemy, but at least it explodes too. That's kind of cool. Maybe... I don't know. Probably a weapon. Maybe the Cat's Paw? Does damage, does green and red. We don't have any green and red on the team, though. Red and brown here.
They shall feel my fury.
Green and yellow. It's really hard on these low-level teams. Might just do another Raksha Freeblood. At least we got one of the colors. The red's gonna go nowhere, but the brown will go to Raksha Freeblood. Yellow, we'll build up the yellow on Troubadour, and hopefully some of it leaks down to the weapon, and then we'll cast the weapon and hopefully get up Raksha, or Raksha Freeblood. Now we gotta make our whole team Raksha, so you like have to be Sunspear, which is kind of weird. And it's gonna take a minute to get going. But it's the low-level team. It's never gonna be great on these Underspires. I might want to even switch out a red. Go with Greenstorm here. We don't even use red, do we? We got Snap Freeze. Insulated. Root Trap's good. Leaf Storm. Could do some merge. Bonus blue. We have any blue? Yeah, we do. None of those really matter. Okay, so we're gonna do Sun Spear because we have to, because we're using this weapon, or else the weapon won't do enough red and brown. Make sure everything's Raksha. They are. Okay, so our whole team's Raksha. Banner. Yellow for sure. Yeah, it's a low-level team. I already did high levels Ubistet, mid levels Indrajit, low levels pretty much Raksha Freeblood, I guess. Yellow, I'm gonna go all in on this weapon. We're gonna have trouble getting mana, so I'm gonna go yellow green. Just try to minus something we're not using. Purple. Alright, let's see how it goes. Low level team. We're gonna be killing stuff one at a time. Okay, let's take yellow.
Mana surge.
Let's take the skulls, because we need all the damage we can get. Let's do this.
Mana surge.
Just trying to get some yellow up there. Looks like there should be like an extra turn there somewhere. I don't know. I keep taking yellow. Let's do it again. There we go. Alright, this does red and brown. Let's take this off of here. There's our 2 Raksha free bloods up. And we gotta kill off our weapon. And these will blow up. See that? Once you get this team going, it should be good. It's like the early part of the fight's slow. The Raksha free blood looks like it's enraging or something too. Maybe we can utilize that. What's going on here? Come on. Okay, when enemy dies, it becomes enraged. There's really no reason not to have it in first slot then. Could do that. No reason not to. Get some better skull damage. We got this. Try to get some... Let's do this. Let's cast this. Bang. It's nice in first slot. It'll kill something with its spell, then it explodes, and maybe it'll get a cascade of skulls and kill something with the enrage. Let's do this on itself. Do it again. Oops, picked the wrong thing. Still worked out though. Not bad. I did the best with what we got here. Not too bad. If you're out there and you're a low-level player and you're using this team, my hat's off to you. Props to you. Good job. You're doing amazing. I can't believe you're doing the Underspire that early in the game to where you don't even have Injurjit or whatever. Great job, you know? I feel like maybe there's one person out there, maybe, you know? Most people are probably just going to go get Injurjit in the Underworld and not... Like, who's not able to do that? You would have to, like, not have Injurjit's Palace somehow, or not have any Chaos Shards somehow, but you could just go get some. I don't know. It's really hard to think of a person who couldn't just go down here and get Injurjit. Maybe you get unlucky opening these portals, and or maybe you only get one. I don't know. He's right there. Pretty easy to get. That was Underspire. It's pretty much everything, y'all. I think Mark needs the Epic Trials. He's still here. Say something, Mark, if you want to see it. You're going to stop at boss 4, Mr. Z? I don't know. I've been trying to complete them all. I wouldn't blame you if you're doing that. It's like the... I don't know. The 2 big gold orbs are so tempting just to get every single week unless you're... I don't know, man. Like, it's hard to not go after that. Like, nobody in the game has every single troop in the game gold elite. Like, you might even have all the mythics gold elited and think you want to stop doing those, but you can use them on legendaries, you can use them on epics. And it's 2 gold orbs for not a lot of... Like, you could get to the gold orbs way easier than you could get, like, Nisha medals in Explorer 12. So, and, like, a gold orb is worth a lot of Nisha medals. A gold orb is worth, like, 6 Nisha medals. Think about the time invested. How long would it take you to get 6 Nisha medals by doing Explorer 12? Versus how long it would take you to get to the 6th boss in the Underspire. You know what I mean? And you're getting other stuff too along the way with the Underspire. When you're doing Explorer 12, you're not getting very much unless you get the token that you want. Alright? So Underspire is giving you other things along the way, and you can also get some Dragonite and some Minion Orbs and some other orbs and some Writs that you probably need. Epic Vault Key. A lot of cool stuff along the way in the Underspire, plus every single fight's worth something, plus there's Sentinel chests also. And then you're getting the 2 major gold orbs that are worth like 6 Nisha medals each. It's like, what else are you gonna do? Are you gonna do Explorer 12? And like, you're gonna get a Nisha token every once in a while. If you grind Explorer 12 every day for like an hour, you might get a Nisha token, you know? And you need 3 Nisha tokens to make a Nisha badge, and you need 3 badges to make a medal, and you need 6 medals to make a major gold orb. Or you could just do 1 boss a day, 1 dragon boss a day in the Underspire, which only takes about 15 minutes or so. How long would it take to get just 1 Nisha token in Explorer 12? It'd probably take longer than 15 minutes. It'd probably take like 45 minutes, maybe an hour. You'd have to get lucky. You don't have to get lucky in the Underspire. You know how that's how I play the game. Consistent, know exactly what I'm going to get. I don't want to be playing this RNG game of opening boss chests and hoping for a Nisha token or something. Because nobody has every single troop in the game gold deleted. So you're doing it one way or the other, or else, what else are you doing? If you're a high-level in-game player, at least. One of the things that's going to stop you from making progress is not having enough stuff gold deleted, probably. Either that or you're doing PvP. If you're doing PvP instead of Underspire, that's cool. You're getting gold marks, you're getting books, you're concentrating on your kingdom level. But you should kind of be doing both, Underspire and PvP. I just think Underspire people, you gotta do it. You just gotta do it. It's like a big boy thing, like put on your pull-ups type of deal. Okay, Mark, we'll do it. Depends on each person's situation. It's not the gems. I have like tons. For me, it's not worth the effort with bad mana accumulation. Funny enough, I did Explorer 12 like an hour ago and got a Horde Mimic card. Hey, that's another worthless thing, though. After you get one, you don't need them anymore. And even when you get one, it's not worth anything. You don't use it ever. It's cool to get one. I want to get one. I want to jump through the roof about getting my first Horde Mimic Mythic. But after you get the first one, it's not worth anything after that, so... I'd rather see a Nisha token than a Horde Mimic Mythic. I think stopping on the 4th boss is like a time issue. They do make you do a lot of stuff every day. I don't think it's like a good decision if you're able to play, but if you're just like the game is just too much for you these days, and it's because it is like they make you do a lot every day. So I get it if it's just like too much for you every day. It's a good thing you could cut out, I guess. But like I cut out the dungeon. I don't do the dungeon because I don't need anything in the dungeon at all. Like there's no reason for me to do the dungeon at all, really. Like I go for a perfect and then I don't. And even if I get a perfect, I'm not even that excited these days because I already have Chrysantherax, Stellarix, and Diamantina, and they just put out Chrysantherax. It's not like they're going to put out more dragons anytime soon. So I have like I get excited about Dragonite like very little. Even when I get a perfect in the dungeon, I'm like, hey, good job, yay. Alright, we got Ruby Giant. Deal damage to an enemy, then convert 5 blue gems to red giant gems. So we're going to want to see blue next to red for that when we cast it. 50% skull reduction. Become enraged when an enemy dies. Create a red giant gem when I take skull damage. Second Claw and her. Destroy a 3x3 block. Give 65 attack to all allies above me. And give 3 magic to all allies below me. So we're going to try to build up that first slot's attack, probably. It's also a secondary tank with that 25% skull reduction, I guess, if we lose our first slot. Spirit Main. Give an ally 64 attack and 2 magic. Double the effect if ally is Raksha. So once again, building up that first slot with attack. It is a Raksha, right? Or no, it's not. So you could... Probably still going to cast it on the Ruby Giant, but you could cast it on this guy. Give him a bunch of attack, and then have 2 things with a bunch of attack. Behemoth, deal damage to all enemies, destroy 12 gems. It's a good mana generator, kind of, and a little bit of chip damage. So mostly, I'm thinking we build up our first slot with attack. And then we use skulls. And we do chip damage with Behemoth. The enemy team could be, you know, Sekma's not anything to sneeze at. You know, Rock Shonen. We'll see what happens. Probably gonna go Seasons, I guess. Alright, let's try this Epic Trial so we can help Mark. I'll at least run this one fight here. How long have we been streaming? Almost 2 hours. That's around what I shoot for. Alright. Let's go. Green extra turn down here. Got Spirit Main. Let's make sure we're doing the right moves. We got red and purple. We don't need purple. Go ahead and cast this on our first slot. Start getting some attack. Probably want to get up Second Claw and her if I can, but let's go ahead and do that. Got our first slot. We're only going to cast it when blue's next to red, which we don't really have right now. Get up Behemoth, I guess. Dang, they got the skulls. Let's go ahead and cast Behemoth. Alright, we got yellow into red if there's nothing else. I'm never gonna be like the guy that is gonna tell you not to do something. The only thing I'll tell you not to do is like treasure hunt, arena, doing pets during a VOD event. But I'll never like tell you to stop on the 4th boss in the Underspire, or to not do the dungeon or something like that, or to not do a faction event, or to not do a class event. Like, if there's an event in the game, you should try to get it done to full completion. Going off on little side missions, doing treasure hunt or arena or explore 12, that's not an event in the game. But if there's an event, like Underspire's there every week, you're supposed to get it done every week. Epic Trials is there, you're supposed to get it done. There's a faction event on a Tuesday, you're supposed to do it. Be like not doing Tower of Doom, I feel, to not do Underspire. Alright, we got blue next to red? No. We got this, though, so let's do it. Destroy a 3x3 block. We could try to make that. I gotta see what it's gonna do. I think it does like this, right? But you could make something happen on the board. Maybe. But you gotta really look. Be wanting to sit here and look. Like, we can make green, maybe. Like right here, maybe. Get a little bit of green, too. Blue next to red, we still don't have. But let's go ahead and cast this on our first slot again. 324 attack. Big old green there. Still no blue next to red, so I'm gonna hold that. Let's get this again. Got a brown extra turn. We got Behemoth. See if there's anything with their Second Claw and her, and if there's not, we'll cast Behemoth. Got a little bit of blue next to red now. Let's see. So can we do anything with that Second Claw and her? Get any kind of mana easily. Right here. Ooh, yeah, look. Extra turn right here. Bang. And a green. That was like a free Second Claw and her there. Now let's do this. Let's keep doing it. Let's get that attack up. Oh, man. No, don't kill me. That's the danger of, maybe we should have been building that second slot, too. I just wanted skulls one time with my dude in the first slot. Come on. We'll crush their face in. Might as well cast this now. He's about to die. Alright, here we go, here we go. Boom, get a kill. Come on, let me use these skulls. Blue next to red. Not really. Can we do anything with Second Claw and her? Get a little bit of yellow. Let's do this, maybe. Okay. A lot of blue and red and stuff. Let's do that. Give me some skulls, please. I think I'm going to cast this on my second slot in case my first slot dies. It'll give it quite a bit of attack. It's like as a backup plan. Blue next to red. Yes, a little bit. Oh, missed. Alright, we got this. That. This. I got skulls. Dead. Skulls again. Dead. Pretty close here. Let's do this. Nice. Let's do Second Claw and her, like maybe. Let's see. Gonna find a spot to do it. You could try right here. I don't know if it's gonna work though. Let's try it though. Yeah, it didn't work. They left me skulls. Hey, didn't die, didn't lose any troops. Bang. So yeah, build up your first slot. Like I almost lost my first slot though, so you might want to also build up your second slot. That's one thing I learned there. But everything that I said, it worked. It all worked. Just the only downside was Ruby Giant almost died. So maybe cast some Spirit... Maybe cast Spirit Main on your second slot and cast Second Claw and her for your first slot. Like maybe cast Spirit Main on your first slot like once to get it going. And then just Second Claw and her will do the rest. And then every other time you get up Spirit Main, cast it on your second slot. Just in case you lose your Ruby Giant. And then only cast Ruby Giant when you have blue next to red. You don't want to be like throwing a bunch of red giant gems up there for the enemy to then use. So you kind of want to at least get a match with it. That's why I was holding it so much and not throwing it. Second Claw and her try to line up that, you know, like what a 3x3 block is going to destroy. So you can then make gems fall onto each other and get like at least a match. Try to get an extra turn, but at least get a match with that destroy. And it's going to give attack to your first slot and magic to everything below it. Spirit Main, we're going to cast it once on our first slot, and then we're going to cast it for the rest of the time on our second slot, just as a backup plan. And then Behemoth is just some chip damage and a little bit of mana generation when you have nothing else going on. But yeah, hopefully that helps somebody out there. Mark, you're going to get it done, bro. Just got to cast the right thing in the right situation. And be looking for that board control, kind of. Board control. Give a bunch of attack to your first slot. Give a little bit to your second slot as backup. And then board control is like the thing after that. Make sure you're only casting that first slot when there's blue next to red. Don't just cast it all willy-nilly. Make sure you're using the Second Claw and her and you know what it's going to destroy. Like, it's going to destroy a 3x3. So line stuff up to happen based off of that 3x3 disappearing. Make 2 brown fall on 2 brown or something like that. Or at least make like 2 green fall on 1 green and get a little bit of extra mana. Don't just cast it wherever. It's going to take a second to like find a good spot to cast it, but that's how you're going to win. But I'm sure like at least one of those tips will help you a little bit there, Mark. But I think that's everything, y'all. Somebody said look at the daily menu. We got a bunch of gems. Oh, we got this again? Got this again. Defeat purple enemies to collect points and earn rewards. So you don't really have to go out of your way. Just remember to collect it, I guess. Get 1 copy of the Bumblebee here. So you probably need this to finish the whole ascension of it. So the holiday event will get you most of them, and this will get you the last one that you need. So you gotta do both in concert. Like, you'll be able to get to the golden pet either way if you only do the other one, but You'll need one more copy to fully ascend the base, the base one. You have to do this too. But this isn't something you have to like go do. It's just gonna happen. Like you're gonna kill purple enemies. The only way you wouldn't get this done is if you just don't play the game a lot. Yeah. You're just having an off week where you're only playing like 15 minutes a day. Then maybe you don't get this done. But if you're playing normally, like at least an hour or two a day, you're gonna get this done without even trying. So just remember to go collect it. And whatever. We also have kill 150 purple troops on our little adventure board thing, so that's a good combo there. It's purple for this, and it's purple for some gems. So I need to kill some purple. I think that's everything, y'all. So that's the only starry pet you're missing, Mark. Let me know. Keep me updated, like, tomorrow. You know, I'll be streaming. So my stream schedule is going to change, like, a little bit. I'm going to do Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, I think, from now on. So there's back-to-back with a little bit of gap there. So Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturdays, the days we're streaming Gems of War. Mrs. Senny's off on Sundays now. That's why I didn't stream yesterday. Put out that little video, though, so go check out that video. Shegra is shiny now. Shegra got a little bit of a buff, so I showed my red elemental Shegra team that kicks butt in PvP, never loses. And it's even better now. Like, it was awesome before Shegra got shinied, and now it's just even better. Especially if you have a nice level 3 shiny Shegra. I only have a level 1 Shegra, and I still love the team. It's not fast or anything, but it's just always wins for me. In red restriction, in elemental restriction, in unrestricted. Like, it's useful in many different spots, not just, like, one spot. And you get to use Shegra and Hatir and Scroll and, like, different troops. Like, instead of Chrysantherax, Stellarix, Tesla, Queen Beatrix, Rowan, Pharaoh Khafru, Takshaka, like, High King Iron Gut, Guard's Avatar. Same ones we always use, you know? It's, like, different stuff. Shegra, Hatir and Scroll, Skulls, Red Elemental, never loses. It's nice. Go check it out. Put it out yesterday. Took you 3 years to get one? Dang, I don't even have one yet, so I got it. That's the next goal I'm gonna go for, though. I was trying to get all my classes to 100. I did that. I finally got all my delves to 500, and my next goal is probably gonna be the Horde Mimic Mythic. I'm trying to decide between that and like getting my last Sentinel. Got 5 out of 6 Sentinel. I feel like I can control the Sentinel thing a little bit more. I don't know, and I feel like it's more valuable, like to do the Underspire than to do Explore. So, like, my brain is telling me to go after the Sentinel, because I'll be doing something that's worth doing while I'm trying for it. But, like, getting the Horde Mimic Mythic would be nice to, like, knock out of the way, just get it, never do Explore 12 again. For me, anyway. I'll do Explore, but it's only going to be Explore 1 during a Vault event. Otherwise, I don't need it. I'll buy every token I see. I don't need tokens. Not as bad as other people for some reason. Seems to happen when you give up. So I'm gonna have to try for a while first. Yeah, purple kills. Took you 3 years to get your 4th. Oh, did you want like 4 of them? That is a flex. That is cool. To have 4 Horde Mimic Mythics. You can put it on like a defend team or something. That's a cool flex though. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna get out of here. I make it look so easy, Mark. Hey, you just gotta put all the strats together, man. You can't just cast whenever you want. You can't just take whatever mana you want. Like, make sure every match you do is a good match. Like, hopefully cascading into another match and get multiple matches in one turn. Try not to just take a 3 match and give the enemy the turn, you know. Try not to just cast Second Claw Anhurn just, like, wherever. Like, you know, you gotta do some board control and like know what's disappearing and where the gems are falling and like try to get more out of it. Make sure like your first slot is getting a bunch of attack. That way when you get skulls, you get to get a kill pretty much. You know, that behemoth, just cast it when nothing else is going on because it's going to destroy random gems and then the enemy's just going to get some skulls or something probably. So I wasn't like super excited to be casting behemoth. But I would do it if there's nothing else going on, you know. The first slot, you can't just cast it whenever you want, or you're going to end up giving them a giant red gems, and they're going to get a bunch of mana. It's going to backfire. You got to wait till there's, like, blue next to red. So, situation for everything. And, like, when there's nothing going on, just build up your first slot with attack. Don't be just casting Behemoth in the first slot, like spells. Like, try to build up your attack and then take skulls. I just don't like random stuff, so I'd rather build up my first slot with attack and then wait for a skull than to just randomly cast my first slot or my behemoth, and then you don't... What's going to happen after you cast it? Who knows? These big red giant gems are going to go in random spots on the board, and then, like, the behemoth is going to get random destroys on the board. You don't know what's going to happen. It could go good, it could go bad. But if you build up your first slot with a bunch of attack, you know if you take skulls, you're going to crush their face in and kill them. You know what's going to happen, you know? Nothing can go bad from you building up a bunch of attack on your first slot. Other than, like, losing your first slot, I guess. But the enemy, it can't backfire, you know what I mean? You're not building up attack on the enemy's first slot. You're only building up attack on your first slot, so can't backfire. But if you cast that first guy just whenever, every time you get it, that could backfire. If you cast Behemoth just whenever you get it, that could backfire too. But, like, building up your first slot's attack cannot backfire. Unless it just takes forever and your first slot dies, but... You know, maybe build up your second slot too after you cast Spirit Main once on your first slot. Start casting it on your second slot. I think the main thing people don't do when they lose this epic trial is they probably aren't using Second Claw and her. Like, maybe they have them in the wrong order, first of all. Like, Second Claw and her gives attack to the stuff above it and magic to the stuff below it. We're going to want to give attack to the tank, who's a 50% skull reduction in first slot. You might just have your troops in the wrong order. That could be the first thing. And then, you know, just don't be casting the giant and the behemoth all willy-nilly. You want to build up your attack real big on your tank, and then use skulls. And just keep that board control. Don't cast first slot all willy-nilly. Don't cast behemoth all willy-nilly, you know? But anyway, let me know. Keep me up to date, Mark, like tomorrow and Friday and stuff. Like, let me know if you got it done or not. If you didn't, I'll run another fight maybe. Candyman's here, speaking a language I don't speak, but shout out to you. I sure know how to play this game. Yeah, I just been playing it for so long. So you got 4 Horde Mimic Mythics for the medals? For, like, tokens? Oh, okay. I just buy tokens off of merchants while I'm doing the Vault event, mostly. I haven't been blocked by them too bad. Get big gold orbs every week. I get 2 of them every week, so. Get silver, I get bronze from doing Underspire, so. I don't know, I'm not super blocked on medals for some reason. I don't really try to force my kingdom power, though, either. I'm not, like, running around looking at all of it too often. I'm more trying for kingdom level. I don't know. Just hasn't really been a problem for me that I need tokens super bad. I hear that people think they need them. But it's another thing like soul farming where some people think they need souls, you know? What do you really need them for? You had a Raksha at the top for the attack. Maybe that was my problem. I mean, that's a good idea too, I guess, but the giant has 50% skull reduction. And the fights are just going to get harder and harder. So you kind of want your tank in first slot. That way it can live a little bit longer. If you put a Raksha in first slot, they could die really fast. So you build up all that attack on that Raksha, but it doesn't get to use it because it dies so fast. You know what I mean? So I had the giant in first slot because he has 50% skull reduction. He's an actual tank. He could survive long enough for us to build his attack up. And then the Raksha can be in the second slot. You can still do the same thing. Just put the Raksha in the second slot. Build his attack up in second slot. That way his attack is way up there before he dies, and you actually get to use him. So yeah, just put a little buffer between your Raksha and, like, dying with that giant in first slot. Gold meddling mythics is useless for the most part when you can use a medal of Orpheus or Arania to medal an ultra rare to get 20 gold troops for your kingdom. It's true, I guess. I just don't really need to be meddling epics or anything like that. I don't know why. I mean, I have plenty of 2030s and stuff, so I don't know. Drifting Sands. Well, that's level 20. I guess I don't have a lot of 2030s per se. But what are we getting? We getting like an HP? 1 HP or 1 attack or something? I don't know. Just the way I play. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Take it about channel comment below. And I'll see y'all next time, which is going to be tomorrow. Same time, same place. We'll do the faction event. Thanks for joining me today. Mr. Z, Chef, Captain, Professor, Uncle Zucchini, Junior, Senior, MD, PhD, CPA. Mark Nugent. I think the thing, Mr. Z, my thing is I like the guaranteed loot. I don't like to sit there and grind for something and hope for tokens. But I guess if you don't care which tokens they are, that's cool. Like if you just get a bunch of guards and Yasmins and stuff, like, and you don't mind which ones they are. When I'm doing Explorer 12, I'm hoping for a Nisha token usually, but I don't know. Just like Underspire gives you other things you need while you're also getting the orbs. Explorer, all you're getting is tokens and that's it. In my mind. I don't need a bunch of gold or anything like that. I don't need class experience or hero experience or whatever else you can get from Explorer. Mark was here. Candyman was here. Mr. Z was here. Zig the Kid was here. Angry Panda Crew was here. We got Chad. We got Kat. We got Fotis. The Professor was here. Might be one of those things like one of these days I'm like, I see what you mean, you know? But right now it's just not a problem for me. Anita with the gifted, thank you so much. Went to Mark. Chabba2 with a 2, thank you so much. Glorfindel, Beg for Mercy. The Professor. Brian Walker. I'm gonna go eat some lunch. What am I gonna eat? I don't know. I'm trying to think what I got. Probably eat some veggies with some ranch. I like that. I don't know what I bought for myself for real. I usually just buy stuff for everybody else. Sucks to be on YouTube. Like, people want some rich guy that just has lots of money, and that's who they'll follow and support. But nobody cares about the guy supporting 5 people in his house, and I'm pretty much broke because I give all my money to my family. That's horrible, you know. Professor Daniel Trey with the gifted to Livewire. That was cheeky. Thank you so much, Trey. Sauna coming through, not feeling well, but still here and gifting out too. Appreciate it. Hope you feel better, Sauna. Sauna is down in the dumps. I get ya. I feel ya. I feel like a failure. So, and I'm having a midlife crisis probably. Professor was here, Mark was here, Glorfindel was here, Mark was first, Glorfindel was second, and Sauna was third. Alright, y'all. We'll see ya. Have a good one. You're the best. Peace out. See you tomorrow. Push the wrong button, you see that? Stop recording. Broadcast. Stop broadcast. 2 hours, not bad. Pretty solid.